You're very welcome back to Croke Park today, where I'm joined again by Cliodhna O'Connor and a new addition to our panel. It's Cavan star full forward, it's Aisling Doonan. We're going to look through the teams for the TG4 Intermediate All Ireland semi-final. The match is on Saturday, it's at the Gaelic Grounds in Limerick. It throws in at 3:15 p.m. So we're going to start with the Tipperary team. Cliodhna, you've had a look at what we should be looking out for in this game.
Yeah, a couple of key players I think for Tipperary. Firstly, Samantha Lambert, the captain at fullback. I think she'll need to perform really well this weekend. There's some good forwards on the Clare team, which Aisling's going to talk about. So I think she's going to have a very significant game. Jennifer Grant as well, who's named at number 7. We'd be wondering whether she moves elsewhere, whether she stays on the wing. Again, very good defensively, but also a real platform for Tipperary driving forward. I think their midfield as well. It's a really good partnership there with Lorraine and Sheila. So I think they're going to have to perform well together as a duo to give Tipperary that drive forward. I suppose finally, probably the most well-known Tipperary player is Mairead Morrissey. A lot will fall on her shoulders. I think if she performs well, Tipperary are in with a good shout, but she needs to bring one of her best games, I think.
Mairead obviously is a player that's very well known, but on the bench there's somebody who has the potential to maybe even eclipse Mairead.
Yeah, Aisling Maloney, anyone who saw her in the league final would have said she was extremely influential on the day. For someone of her age, she's only young and not too long out of minor, so I think she having the potential to bring her from the bench, it could be a real game changer for her.
Moving over to the Clare side, Aisling, you've gone through the team. Their captain and fullback is one you've picked out.
Yeah, really important, strong player, and as well as having played the captain's role, she'll be looking to try and hold the defence strong, but as well as Laurie, she'll be well able in midfield. Louise Henchy is a key player as well, had a fantastic league, was also on the team of the league. She gets through a lot of work, but I think key up front is their centre, so Ailish Considine and Niamh O'Dea, who's an exceptional footballer. I mean, if she was in any other county, she'd be really to the fore. But one player that kind of goes without mentioned, I think, is Niamh Keane, and solely because I've played against her and I know how influential she is. She mightn't be getting on the ball, but she's backtracking, so I think she'll be key to this game, because she will be dropping back into the defence, and then not just that, but also driving forward, which will be key. But I think Niamh O'Dea versus Samantha Lambert, it's going to be a good matchup in this game, and really whoever gets the upper hand, that could be a game changer or decider.
Aisling, you mentioned Niamh Keane and that tendency maybe to drop towards the defence, and Cliodhna, this is something that you've picked up on before.
Yeah, I think sometimes teams can be over-eager to go defensive and they drop people back, and it's very common now to see half forwards, the wing forwards dropping back into defence, which is all well and good, but sometimes I think it takes away from the attack of that team, and I don't like to see teams sitting back, and you're nearly inviting the opposition on. So there's a fine balance, and I think that often teams get that balance wrong and they go too defensive.
When you're talking about maybe slightly crowded defences, as we do often see, Aisling, the star forwards are the ones who really have to take every chance that comes their way, and you won't come across two better than Mairead for Tipperary and Niamh for Clare.
Yeah, and I suppose another thing to add on that, if players are dropping back, it really depends how quick they counter. And that's really the key thing, that if they counter quick, they may have left space behind them, and if they can, the players like Niamh O'Dea, Mairead Morrissey, who can take advantage of that space, take on their player, get those scores. But again, it is a case of getting the turnover and getting the link up through the field.
One thing we know from years of watching Tipperary play now is that they tend to play in the best game of the year. We've had some great moments from them already in the league. We had a replay, which unfortunately Tipperary lost to Waterford with the last kick of the game. What are we expecting on Saturday in this match? Is it going to be close? What do you think? And give me your verdict as well.
Yeah, for me this is going to be really entertaining, but these teams, they played in the Munster final. I think Tip won by 2 points that day, so it's going to be close anyway, and it's an All-Ireland semi-final, so on paper the matchups look good. I haven't seen them earlier in the year. It looks like it'll be a very competitive game. I think it's going to be very entertaining. I do think Tip will have the upper hand. I think all those matches against Waterford, those close finishes, they'll all stand to them. I think Tip will win by about 2 points.
And Aisling, do you agree with Cliodhna?
I do, unfortunately, for a change. I do. I will agree with her. I know Clare have been playing a higher standard football, like Division 2 football, but then when it comes to crunch, Tipperary just seem to be able to, whatever matches them, they're able just to go one above or one better, and that showed in the Munster final as well. When Clare tested them, Tipperary were just able to chip off. and win by 2.
There's two very tentative nods towards Tipperary for the All Ireland Intermediate semi-final. Of course, they'll be playing Kildare, whoever wins, on Saturday, so there's a lot at stake in this game. We look forward to seeing you all in the Gaelic Grounds for this game. It should be a cracker. We're really looking forward to it.